Hello and welcome. I am so grateful, so happy that you're here for this short video on your reticular activating system. I like to call the reticular activating system the razzmatazz, just to keep things nice and sassy. So when I'm talking about the RAS, the reticular activating system, I may refer to it as the razzmatazz. The image on the screen is of a brain, and the reticular activating system can be found deep within the brain stem, connecting between the brain and the spinal cord. So you're going to find it deep within the brain system, reticular activating system. Here is some input from the spinal nerve, input from your senses, your hearing, input from your eyes. So the RAS, the razzmatazz, means net or web-like, and it is a net-like formation of cells, nerve cells, and their connections lying deep within the brainstem between the brain and the spinal cord. Your reticular activating system activates, I'm just going to delete that, activates the entire cerebral cortex with energy, waking it up and increasing arousal and readiness for interpreting incoming information and preparing your brain for action. Okay, that is like a long, wordy way to say that your RAS helps you take action. It arouses your brain, it wakes it up, it looks for input to help you take action. Now, let's talk for a second about the history of being a human being. Like, go way, 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 way back to when there were saber-toothed tigers and humans were living in caves, and at any moment, a huge animal could come and like eat you up. And let's imagine that the hard wiring of your brain started in that scary ass situation where, and I'm talking about the development of the human brain, where at any moment a human could die by likes of a saber-toothed tiger. So your brain is hardwired to look for information to act on. And your brain's true function is to look for what could kill you, to look for what is wrong. Your brain's function is to look for what is wrong. So it's really important to understand that when we do this work, because we're learning how our brain is hardwired to continue to either look for what's wrong or continue to prove our belief systems right. So in simple terms, your brain is hardwired to look for information to act on. Think like a saber-toothed tiger coming at you. Your brain would be like, there's a saber-toothed tiger running at you, run. The main function of your RAS is to keep you alive. Now that is super outdated. We are now living in a time where we don't need to be in fight or flight every second, because at any moment a tiger could come and bite our heads off. That is just simply not the reality that we live in. Okay, we are in a reality now that is extremely stimulating. We're getting a lot of information left and right. We're getting news and social media, and we're growing, and we have all of these relationships and a career and, our hobbies. It's like our brains and our life experience has expanded and evolved, but the hardwiring of the brain is the same. The hardwire of the brain, unfortunately, has not evolved itself to catch up with the consciousness of where we are now. And so that's why we're doing this work, to rewire the brain, rewire the programs and the stories so that you can be in alignment with your higher self. And so that you can move through old patterns and old stories that are simply false and unserving. Okay, so the reticular activating system is the part of your brain that is continuously proving your belief systems right. It looks for evidence of your thoughts and brings them to your awareness. If you are thinking about yellow cars, your brain will show you yellow cars. You'll start to see yellow cars on the street. My boyfriend recently got a Jeep. Now, all I'm seeing is people driving Jeeps. And I'm like, holy snap. I did not realize Jeeps were such a thing. So you'll start to notice these things everywhere. And if you're thinking, another example, if you're thinking that you don't have enough money to go on that trip, you will prove yourself right. Your reticular activating system is going to look for evidence. It is hardwired that your brain is going to look for evidence of what your belief is. If you believe there are no good men out there, your RAS will say, you're right. There's no good men out there. Look at that guy. He's such a shithead. If you believe wealthy people are assholes, your brain will prove you're right. Look at that fucking rich dude and what he's blowing his money on. And oh, millionaires are such horrible people. They're not serving the world. Your brain is going to prove yourself right. And on this financial tip, if your heart's desire is to live a life that requires some financial abundance, and by that, I mean just living, let's say, in a house that you feel safe in and secure in and happy in, and your belief system tells you that people who are wealthy are assholes, then you are not going to be able to shift into that abundance that you desire because you have two polarity beliefs, two contradicting beliefs. And so that's what we're threading through in some of this work together, and we'll most likely find it in your birth chart. If you believe that there isn't enough time in your day, you will prove yourself right. If you believe there isn't enough time in your day, your brain will be like, oh my God, it's 9 p.m. and I haven't started my homework yet. There just isn't enough time. Because your RAS is proving you're right. When in reality, you know that you could prioritize your time. You could get up a little earlier or move some things around or not watch that Netflix show or, use the time when you're driving to work or to get groceries to be learning, et cetera, et cetera. We are looking at old patterns, old beliefs that we're just going to call bullshit on them. And that is fun. And it can also be uncomfortable. So if you believe, just another example, I could just keep going on and on, that to do what you really want to do, or that you aren't capable of. Wait a second. There isn't enough time in your day to do what you really want to do. That's where we were before. Or if you believe that you aren't capable of starting a business, you will prove yourself right. The part of your brain that is proving your beliefs right all of the time is your razzmatazz, your reticular activating system. It's the program that looks for more of the thing while editing out everything else. It hyper focuses on the thing that you believe, and it edits out all of the potentiality and the possibility. We are living in a wild paradigm, especially right now, where the ways of bringing in new income, the ways of living your life, the ways of doing love, doing relationship have broken open and expanded into this infinite potential. And the reticular activating system is the strongest thing happening in your brain right now that is only showing you tunnel vision. So if you are thinking to yourself that you can't start a business, you're just looking for more and more of that tunnel vision rather than expanding out. So what you want to do is break these spells. How do you break spells? You get them on paper. Okay. It's time to get honest as fuck. I want you to choose a theme. It doesn't have to be money, but choose a theme, something in your life that, let's say, is you're struggling with, or something in your life that you desire, but you don't have. It might be around money. It might be around love and partnership. And it might be around career. Loving, well, let's just say career. 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 So I want you to take out a pen and a paper. And if you are struggling with bringing in money, for example, or you are struggling with your beliefs around money, your finances, write down like 3 to 10 beliefs that you have and be really honest. So for example, I'm going to be honest with you, like a year ago, I believed, I'm just going to put it as present, that wealthy people, this is my honest belief. I believed that wealthy people are greedy. Now, this belief system, according to my RAS, is going to just show me all the examples of wealthy people and that they're greedy. It's going to show me celebrities that are greedy. It's going to show me, I'm going to think about people that I remember in my childhood that were wealthy that I thought were greedy. And it's going to show me more and more and more. But the reality is that there are wealthy people that are giving back. There are wealthy people that spend their money consciously around high values, their high values. There are wealthy people setting up schools in developing worlds. There are wealthy people creating hospitals in communities that don't have the resources. So I'm just giving you some basic examples of here is what my RAS was looking for. And we want to get accurate. What's accurate? Is it true? Sure. Some people, this is accurate. There are some wealthy people that are greedy. Some wealthy people are greedy. There's also some people in poverty that are greedy. And there's also some people that are middle class that are greedy. Let's be honest. Some people are fucking greedy. Some peeps are greedy. And this is a reality. And so becoming incredibly accurate and attuned to the beliefs are going to open up a whole thing. It's also accurate that there are wealthy people that are giving back. There are wealthy people that spend their money consciously. There are wealthy people setting up schools. So I want you to find one theme around love, money, career, family, whatever it is, you decide what's right for you and write down like 3 to 5 sentences about before you change your belief, because now you know, oh my God, I got to change my beliefs. Write down what you honestly believe or what you learned. This can also be, I learned as a child, because that can be a belief system. I learned as a child that women who, let me just think really quickly, who are beautiful are not nice. That is literally something I'm sharing myself with you right now, but I learned as a child that most women or other girls who are beautiful, they were not nice to me. And so I developed this belief, and now my RAS is just looking for the mean, beautiful women. Where are those mean, beautiful women? And the truth is that the belief, I believe that women who are beautiful are not nice, is actually just that some women are not nice. And the truth is there that some people are not nice. So you are getting accurate. You're looking at these values, and you will learn more about this language, like some and a few, soon, when we talk about binary language. But for now, find these beliefs that you have that are not lining up with what your heart actually wants, and write them down, and then find some accurate truths. Can you find some opposing views, or like just go on a different path? Your mind will start to look for it, open up. You're going to get more and more and more. That's what your RAS does. So welcome to a new development on your reticular activating system. It's about to look for some really cool things. And you can put it in the comments below. Put it in the comments below. Let me be clear. Your 3 to 5 beliefs, and then they're accurate new beliefs. All right. Thank you so much. I love you. You're a rock star. Keep it up. Keep it up. Yeah.